Hey ho, heaven ho. We're going to be doing a lot of that. Oh yeah, back into the lens. Radical Jack here. Got my climbing hat on. Got my staff. Beautiful staff here. Painted by Uisneach and made by Uisneach. I never know how to pronounce your name, Yuri. Glastonbury man. Thank you so much for this staff. It was initiated, I could say, triple spiral there, on Bealtaine, last year in May at the Festival of Fires. That was its first outing, and so here we go. Today is the day. Sorry about yesterday. Did you miss me? I basically went on a road trip yesterday. Didn't get back in time, and yeah, it was all the way to Achill Island. Had to get trains, buses and stuff, so busy day. That was my last outing, so here we go. Today's the day. We are running into new moon at 9:05 tonight, and coincidentally, yeah, got the staff that was initiated on its first outing to Uisneach, and that is where I'm going now. The Celts say that the day begins after sunset, so technically the day ends, I suppose, when the sun goes down. I suppose we could say day and night, but and you know, maybe, I don't know, I read that somewhere and I like the idea of that. So is that, you know, it's still the 15th till after 12 o'clock on a technicality in the Gregorian calendar, but I like that fact that the 15th runs into the 16th, because the 16th is the year of the dog, when that begins, which you know, as I said before, may quite be just the you know, the time difference between here and China. Who knows? But I like the idea of the day starting after sunset. Therefore, on a technicality, for me, it is the 16th, which is good. It's a double whammy. It's new moon, and I am beginning something on the year of the dog, which is because I'm a dog, and I'm in my fifth term. 4 12s is 48. I am 48 next month. So. Yeah, what can I say? My head was exploding with all sorts of interesting things. Yeah, if you haven't seen this or heard me say this already, the new edition was sunset, climbing Uisneach for sunset, climbing Lochru for sunrise. So I have this, you know, sun cycle, you know, and this is kind of very, very much similar to what happened in the Canary Islands. I had the sun set up the mountain and the sun rise down at the sea. Beautiful watching the sun come up on the sea every morning. I mean, it's pretty much 9 times out of 10 it comes up on the horizon, and that sea horizon. Very rarely is a few clouds, but you know, spectacular, you know. So I did get into that cycle before. It's a nice rhythm, and because of what's happening with Venus. Big love to Venus and all the people involved in helping her get the medicine she needs for her cancer, and that healing is fully on its way, and yeah, so that's why I added the sunset. I hadn't thought about it until it happened, and I thought, okay, well, what can I do for Venus? So Venus is very, very much connected to Uisneach. Sorry for reiterating myself, but this is me trying to free 2 birds with 1 stone, you know. And so I'm gonna walk this with Venus in mind, and I'm putting the call out there once again. I'm sorry for reiterating. For the challenge really is to, you know, hopefully be joined by people who know Venus, or if you don't, and it doesn't matter either, if you feel like you want to help, I'll be putting something up on Facebook, you know, and so I'm challenging you to at least come for one night, you know, one evening, check out the sunset time, plenty of time to get there, and then so that you're up on top for the actual sundown, and hopefully it'll be a nice sunset. We'll actually see it. Sometimes you don't see it. Sometimes it's just very cloudy, and that's the way it is. So, but we try and be there at that time, or a little before. So it'd be nice if you join me, and then we can join hands in just making a small prayer, with good intentions, and I'm also here to make prayers for other things too, and for the good of all. So, but this one is especially dedicated to Venus, and so that's my challenge. I've set myself 88 days fast, 88 days sunrise, sunset, and every day. It's going to be hard at times. It's just I'm gonna not want to do it. It's going to be, the sun's going to be behind the clouds. It's going to be snowing. Maybe it's going to be hard to get there. It's going to be like pouring rain. Whatever. But I've been here before. I know the challenges ahead, and it's worth it. Even in that battering wind and rain, something beautiful happens. I personally love it. It's like an aura cleanse. So it's all good. It's all good. So I had my last sauna. Once again, thanks to all the people in the Park Hotel. Beautiful management team there, and nice energy, and big love to all the people that I ranted at over the last 3 months. I mean, this 3 months for me is very much the reflective season. That's the winter. Anywhere first week of November till the first week of February, and so this is the first day of spring for me too, because it's the new moon, new beginnings, and it's technically as close to the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. It's very debatable as to when the actual date of spring is in so many different calendars and people's eyes. So yeah, what to say? Really excited. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a tough week. It's been a tough few months. It's been a tough few years. It's been a tough life at times. But I've somehow or other, I always seem to come through, get back up off the ground, and keep on, keep on getting on, reinventing myself, and as tough as it's been, it's I've learned so many great things, and it's not often been easy, in relation to the psychological kind of warfare that goes on within each one of us, in relation to our present relationships and the past, the source of some of our triggers, our childhood stuff, and God bless our parents. Sometimes it's like I think, wow, maybe the counseling is acceptance. Maybe it's a type of acceptance within yourself, and starting to kind of change your attitude towards things, like instead of the poor me, positive look at it, and really look at it and go. When I look back now at some of the things, I think, wow, what a gift. Some of the things that I felt were a problem for me, what my parents might have done or didn't do, or for whatever, whatever, either way, I start to see it now as a gift. Everything's a gift. I wouldn't be the person I am if things weren't the way that they were, and on some level we should have instant kind of forgiveness and acceptance for what our parents or the people around us have done to us, because quite a lot was done to them, and hopefully slowly each generation chips off a little bit more of that kind of memory, that cellular memory, or that hereditary kind of memory, or whatever it is, that however it gets in, those traits, that get passed on from father to son, So, I talk about this a lot, and we will talk about this a lot more, and the psychology behind things, in relation to, sometimes that it's we can leave ourselves in a very low negative vibration, because we're unable to forgive or forget, or bring acceptance to things, and it's very interesting, like I said, because like I have found that in the end, when I come round to this, it just everything becomes a gift. Every single thing that comes at us becomes a gift, So we're going to look at this as well throughout. Who knows what's going to come up over the next 88 days. It's going to be interesting, and I'm going to be telling stories, and I'm having memories about some of the things that might have happened to me in the previous 88 days, and some of the other attempts, and some of the other mad things that I've done, like sitting on the Glastonbury tour for 9 months, going to the woods, sleeping in caves. Oh wow. And some mad things, happen and stuff, and it's going to be interesting. And so each week, since this, in and around 12 weeks, 7 tens is 70, and 2 over that's 84. Yeah, so it's about 12 weeks. So interestingly enough, there are 14 communions in the Gospel of the Essenes. And that is what I did when I did the last climb. I tuned into them, and I decided to learn them off by heart. And I coincidentally, after the 88 days, I had them down. Now I didn't. I speak. My favorite ones are the 4. Angel of Earth, Sun, Water, and Air. So I have used them a lot. So I and some of the other ones, they didn't stay in my my little computer here. Yeah, I don't remember them. But I had learned them off by heart. So that's another mission of mine. I'm going to try and learn the 14 communions of the Gospel of the Essenes again, get them down. And so just as a starting point, to help me out in remembering them, so that I can spit them for you without looking at a piece of paper, I'm going to challenge myself in that I'm going to divide 14 communions between, what's 12 weeks, almost 14 weeks. So roughly about 6 days. Every 6 days, I'm going to bring the communions to you, and I'm going to do the Angel of the Sun for you now as a kind of a reminder of what I'm doing in this kind of sunrise, sunset ritual, if you like, I find them quite poetic. Some people think they're a little bit too religious, and I often wonder about that. I mean, I was a little bit like that, myself, but I've come a long way since the whole not wanting anything to do with religion and Catholicism and stuff like that, and having come full circle now, and trying to remember the essence of some of the beautiful things within religion, like prayer, and these are called communions. So I like that word as well, So this is the Angel of the Sun. Okay, and it's the first communion in the Gospel of the Essenes, and it goes like this. Angel of the Sun, she who cometh each morning as a bride from her chamber to shed her golden light of the world. O thou immortal, shining, swift-steaded Angel of the Sun, there is no warmth without thee, no fire without thee, no life without thee. The green leaves of the trees do worship thee, and through thee is the tiny wheat kernel become a river of golden grass, moving with the sun, moving with the wind. Through thee is opened the flower in the center of my body, therefore will I never hide myself from thee. Angel of the Sun, holy messenger of the earthly mother, enter the holy temple within me and give me the fire of life. And so that's the first one, and it's been on my mind for years now, to put the 14 communions together around a bit of artwork and give them out to people, in a form where, you can carry that with you and look at them daily. There's one for each morning and one for each evening. And some people say this is where the original 7 days of the week come from, The Essenes were last, known around the time of Christ, 2,000 years ago. I think that they were the hippies of their day, They lived on the outskirts of cities, beside rivers, and, oh my God, the 15 minutes is up. So